You're looking good. I went to the pet store and I said, do you have any chameleons? And they said, who knows? I'll wait for the rest of you to get that. Two snowmen were standing in a field, and one snowman says to the other one, you smell carrots? All right, I get it. I see. You don't know me. It's so nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. And thank you to Mike for that great introduction. It's really, I hope I can live up to it. Thank you.
So do I.
Yeah. Okay, I see how it is. I'm not going to play any of the songs from that demo. This is a true story. My father's decided he's gonna run him a marathon. I only run in the figurative sense. Run a few errands, I've run out of gas. I frequently run out of patience. I used to run a fair 5-minute mile. Now a mile seems further away. And now if you ask for just a couple of sit-ups, I'm just about done for the day. And I'm aging, I'm aging, I'm aging. I can feel my decline by the day. He's found some old secret fountain of youth. Oh, he's aging, but the other way. And now when I go with him through hill and field in the woods near our neighboring town, I feel like a kid again, holding his hand, saying, Jesus, would you please slow down? He's not content for some walk in the mall with a fishing cap perched on his head. He keeps on running once he's hit the wall, and if I were him, I would be dead. Yeah, I'm aging, I'm aging, I'm aging. I can feel my decline by the day. Dad's got his own secret fountain of youth, and he's aging the other way. Well, I'd go out with him, but every time I just talk about my own aches and pains. He must get sick of the moaning and whining, but if it bugs him, he never complains. By a freak twist of fate, for the first time in my life, I recently saw my dad nude. And it's just as I thought it, it's as I suspected. The old man's a pretty buff dude. Yeah, I'm aging, I'm aging, I'm aging. I can feel my decline by the day. Dad's got his own secret fountain of youth, and he's aging the other way. Now my hair is falling out and my joints get all sore and my memories won't do as they are told. And I reminisce about my own good old days, and it sure is a drag to get old. I listen only to Gershwin and Porter. His rock and roll is my chagrin. I mean, he is my father, for crying out loud. How'd I get older than him? I'm aging, I'm aging. I can feel my decline by the day. He's like some freakish old Ponce de Leon, and he's aging the other way. Yeah, my father's decided to run him a marathon. Thank you. You're very kind. That's a true story. All of it. like to apologize, actually, on behalf of this next song. I have a compulsion that makes me play this every time I enter a church. Every generation is thoroughly convinced that they've reached the very apex of theologic learning. And in their minds, the signs combine for only one conclusion. Any moment now, the Savior is returning. And they're all disappointed when the time is come and gone, and their enemies have not been smote to ashes. From Nero to Napoleon or any Democrat you'd mention, they've all felt that sting of verbal Christian lashes. Hell, it's not like you're in prison and we're carrying some torch. For Christ's sake, you're in heaven and we're stuck out here on the porch. Jesus, where the hell are you? And what in the hell's taking so long? We're here and we're all patiently waiting, pretending that we all get along. And I get that we're not worthy and we're totally depraved and we hum along with hymns when we should be singing. And while we're waiting that we shouldn't dance or play gin rummy. That part's a load of crap is what I'm thinking. In a way I see where when you do come back it's going to be just like a movie with fire and smoke and trumpets and good singers. Okay, I get it. You'll do everything you need to do. Meanwhile, we're going to check our watch. We're going to tap our fingers. They tell us that you're wonderful, mysterious, and great. Well, this feels like some eschatological blind date. Jesus, where the hell are you? And what in the hell is taking so long? We're here, and we're patiently waiting. We're patiently waiting. We're patiently waiting. We're patiently waiting. We're trying to look busy. We're still patiently waiting. Pretending that we all get along. Everybody. Thank you, and I'm sorry. If I have time later on, I'll tell you the Undertaker joke. No, that's all right. I have to tell it. I occasionally tour with a wonderful songwriter from Portland, Oregon, named Beth Wood. Some of you may know who Beth is, and she hates it when I tell jokes. She's not here. I'm going to tell all the jokes. Anyway, in about, I don't know, a little over 2 months, the days are going to start getting shorter again. I don't know if you're aware of that or not, but... Oh, right? That's right. So I wrote a little holiday thing. This is a sing-along. It's I wrote it after. There's a little holiday Thanksgiving sing-along for you. Nothing puts you in the holiday mood like the middle of April. And I'll tell you, I read a book some years back called 1491. I don't know if some of you may have read that book. Yeah, and it was about what this continent looked like in the days before the advent of European civilization, and it posited two different theories. One was that it was an untrammeled, untouched wilderness populated by peaceful shamanistic people, and the other one is that what you were actually looking at was a good deal of infrastructure done in a sustainable way. And I thought about what the first Thanksgiving really looked like, so I wrote this little piece of music called The First Thanksgiving. It's about the first Thanksgiving. None of that Led Zeppelin stuff going on up here. And it's a sing-along. I will show you your part. It's taken from the point of view of the Indians. I'll show you your part when it gets there. But if you know it, sing along. In fact, some of you may know some of my music, and if you have any requests or anything you'd like me to play, please just go ahead and keep that to yourself, because it's a whole thing. Well, I heard all about them since when I was a lad. And I'd never seen one, but I'd heard that they were mad. The way they'd come across the ocean, carrying everything they had. So now where are all of these people coming from? Look, I'm as generous as the next guy, but their welcome's become worn. They're pathetic and they're helpless like the day that they were born. Get this, they're agrarian, but you're telling me that they couldn't understand corn? So where are all of these people coming from? And then all the people sing, where are all of these people coming from? And you repeat that, where are all of these people coming from? Now, the cool part, ooh, nice. Where are all of these people coming from? All right, now the important part is when you're singing the ooh, I will be singing words behind that. So in effect, you're sort of backup vocalist. And you'll get it when it comes around again, because there are over 39 verses to this song. All they did was starve and shiver, so we had to tell them all to scat. The message being you've reached the limits of your habitat. And then we kicked their butts at Jamestown, and we thought that was that. So now where are all of these people coming from? And then everybody sing, where are all these people coming from? Where are all these people coming from? All these people coming here. There's more people every year. Where are all these people coming from? Oh, you're good at this. And after we'd all eaten, and it goes like this. And then they all invited us to come and bring some food. To illustrate the depth of their undying gratitude. And we thought, great, a goodbye party. Maybe they'll be gone for good. So where are all of these people coming from? And then everybody sang, where are all these people coming from? Where are all these people coming from? All these people coming here, more people every year. Where are all these people coming from? Well, after we'd all eaten, then we thought we'd just rest a spell. After all, we supplied all the meat and fruit and, geez, seafood on the shelf. But ever since that party, I have not been feeling very well. Yeah, that's a smallpox joke. Where are all these people coming from? And then everybody sing, where are all these people coming from? Where are all these people coming from? All these people coming here. There are more people every year. Where are all these people coming from? Thank you, and I'm sorry. Well, I live in Minnesota. It's okay. Yeah. It's not one of the square ones. Isn't it? Oh! Would you repeat that for all the rest? Let's go for the replay, shall we, Frank? It's not one of the square ones.
Isn't it?
Well, thank you for that. That's great. As songwriters, and largely dependent on the whims of the audience and the whims of what other people are doing. Sometimes to get noticed, we have to enter the contest, the songwriting contest. And this here next thing is a song I entered into a contest and it didn't win. And sometimes, even if you didn't win, they send you a critique. Wow. The critique on this song was that no one would believe that this song could be true. So here you go. Loser song you're not going to believe. Dakota girl loves the winter time and she longs to hear the wind around the door. And she'll stay up till the fire is out just to feel her icy feet upon the hardwood floor. She cherishes this time alone and she'll wait until the sun is gone and never feel the need to light the light. It's windy and it's cold and it's dark and she's alone and she's never felt as grounded as she feels tonight. And outside the wind becomes a stream that slithers in that gap between her clothes. It's tickling on her hidden skin like water trickling down until her legs are froze. With open arms she starts to float and she'll welcome with an open coat, twirl around and take the coolness in. And she's opened all the mysteries out floating on the slightest breeze in winter. That's the water that she's floating in. Now some people have a passion that their summer-loving sisters cannot know. Summer lovers cannot understand the beauty of all the diamonds on the coldest snow. And the wind will make her tears to come, and for a moment when her cheeks are numb, the stars are brighter than she has ever seen. And the way out there is as black as tar, clear out to the furthest star, and she's closer now to heaven than she's ever been. Dakota girl loves the wintertime. She longs to hear the wind around the door. She'll stay up till the fire is out just to feel her icy feet upon the hardwood floor. Thank you. Thank you very much. Saddest song I ever wrote is called Winter. It contains the line, warm thoughts can never line the den of winter. I thought that sounded particularly bleak. It's kind of what I was going for. And I ran it by a friend of mine who's a songwriter. He said, "What have you been working on?" I said, "Well, I'm working on the most depressing song I ever wrote." because I believe that a lot of times poems like songs are a snapshot of a feeling, an emotional moment, and you try to capture that and convey that. And I wanted to capture the bereft emptiness that is the third week in January. In Minnesota. And my friend said, yeah, you shouldn't have that line. You should say, warm thoughts can always line the den of winter. Because you have to have hope. And I said, do you though? So that's that little song, and I wrote a different one. This is a song about the interpersonal dynamics of long-term relationships.
That's impressive.
And I'm so grateful to have the folk demographic who have reached a certain level of maturity. If you count your relationships in terms of weeks, this may not be the song for you. And it sounds pretty bleak, but I put some hope in it because apparently it's what you people want. If you stand out on your shore and you look out past the waves, you might see me looking back at where you are. 'Cause while we both weren't watching, we've slowly moved apart till it seems that our two shores were just too far. And the continents are moving, they're stubborn, heavy lands, but they're really only floating after all. Though we barely felt it, we've slowly moved apart. It seems we never noticed this at all. Here we are now, we're waving across an ocean. There is no why, that's just the way of the world. So what if now you could reach across the water and try to turn this drifting around? Someday this will happen from out across the waves. There's someone coming right to where you are. It happens very slowly, but it happens all the same. Someday you won't be so very far. There's no why, that's just the way of the world. So what if now you could reach across the water and try to turn this drifting around? There's a light on your horizon. It's a shining on your shore. It's tiny, but it's blazing in your heart. brings you brand new hope. And we're moving now. It's slow, but it's a start. Thanks. I wrote a song about you, but that song isn't true anymore. And then I went and put it on a record, and now years later I sit and wonder what I went and did that for. That's like some old photograph that you don't want anyone to see. That old ugly snapshot look any less like me. Yeah, I went and wrote a song about you, but that song isn't true anymore. Now the stuff that we used to listen to, it doesn't do a thing for me these days. Yeah, well that'll happen after 100,000 spins of Sweet Home Alabama and Purple Haze. And now the melody and the words, they just sort of lay there on the page like a faded postcard from another age. And the stuff that we used to listen to, it doesn't do a thing for me these days. Now every moment like no other, everyone is getting older. Funny how we think we'll never change. Now the stuff that used to turn me on don't turn me on the way that it used to do. And every day there's something that I swear I never saw before in you. Maybe that's just my tendency, maybe it's kind of a stage. Maybe I'm a fine wine and I'm mellowing with age, but the stuff that used to turn me on don't turn me on the way that it used to do. Now every moment like no other, everyone is getting older. Funny how we think we'll never change. Yeah, I wrote a song about you, and that song isn't true anymore. And then I had to put it on that damn record, and now it sits there and it festers like a sore. You told, yeah, I'll be done. I can do. I have one more if you'd like me to do. Oh, I was, but I didn't see Larry back there. How about a hand for Larry back there who's trying to follow this around? I know. It's amazing. It is amazing. This is a song I have not done in years. I'm going to try it right now to see if it works. Hello, I'm the opener. I'm not the one you paid to see. But I've been here for the last half hour playing my songs for free. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you liked my show. But if you didn't and you're offended, well then I don't need to know. Well, the main act is coming on next. She's gonna get up here and play. So please make her feel welcome, 'cause she's come such a long, long way. Anyway, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your time. Now I'd appreciate you purchasing some little thing of mine. Thank you.